Some people think they can outsmart me. Maybe. I have yet to find man who can outsmart Bullet. Video games are kind of like stories, and a story should have three important parts. The beginning, which should be interesting and catch your attention to draw you in, a middle part, which should be entertaining and enjoyable, and finally an ending with an overall conclusion that makes you say, I'm glad I played this game. Unfortunately, we will not be looking at the good endings, we will be looking at the bad endings, the worst endings, in my personal own opinion. Now, some of you people may agree with the entries on this list, some of you people will not agree with the entries on this list. Things that I will take into consideration will be boss battle, music, and the actual ending itself. And I'm going to try and keep this list as different to the Phoenix Kings list as I possibly can.
You cannot do this, Kratos!
Anyone who has played this game knows how fucking difficult it is.
Number 1, get the knife. Number 2, get the knife. Number 3, get the knife.
You start off fighting zombies and eventually you make your way up towards Satan and the devil. Anyways, the reason why it's on the list is because, well, first off, the difficulty. I mean, is this really fucking necessary to be this fucking difficult? Okay, now for an actual valid point. The ending is half-assed at best.
Congratulations? This story is happy end? Thank you? Being the wise and courageous knight that you are, you feel strongeth welling in your body? Return to starting point, challenge again?
You cannot do this, Kratos!
Oh, Pikmin, such a fun and addictive little GameCube title. This game drives me a little mad because of the fact, well, it's a time limit game. Explore the world of Pikmin, meet strange creatures along your adventures, while you search for parts of your ship to help you get home before you run out of oxygen because you will die because you will stop breathing and you'll be dead. Now, given that this game has some really cool boss designs, I actually think it's kind of depressing that the final boss is more or less just a reskin of like a common enemy from an earlier part in the game. We've had deadly poisonous mushrooms, like a spider tank thing, and then we have this. Lack of imagination? That's a paddling. Anyways, the fact of the matter is that there are 3 different endings in this game. 1, you go home. 2, you go home. And 3, you die. Boring!
You cannot do this, Kratos!
Do you love this game? I love this game. I don't even know why I never touched the sequels. Now tell me, how much did you pay for Jak and Daxter on release day? Because boy oh boy, time can be a real bitch. I imagine that most people probably paid about like 40, 50 quid on this game. I bought this game a few months back for 2 measly euros. Wow. And to add insult to injury, I don't even remember this game being this easy. I mean, I beat the final boss, the entire game, and I got 98% within 1 single day. All 101 power cells, all the scout flies. I was missing like 50 precursor orbs, but apart from that, I had everything else done. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the ending sucks. Okay, so when you beat the final boss, there's a weird big ass mysterious door at the end, and it's like you cannot open this door until you have all the power cells. So the hunt for the power cells begin, and what do you get out of it? Fucking nothing. Some people have said to me that it's build up for the next game. Build up? What? The fuck are you smoking? Pass it over here. Okay, it's a big ass door. There's a big ass shining light coming out of it. There is nothing. I think Daxter's reaction describes this ending perfectly.
Wow! What is it? You cannot do this, Kratos!
Now, for an interesting little twist, here's the secret ending in Crash Twinsanity. Now, the Crash Bandicoot endings have never been jaw-dropping amazing, but this ending, to me, it just comes off as lazy. The ending cutscene is basically the facility gets damaged and Crunch reveals, oh yeah, I was being brain controlled. Now, at what point was it ever hinted at in the rest of the game that Crunch was being controlled? Like mind fucking controlled. At the start, we were led to believe that Cortex created an evil Bandicoot. And for that matter, Cortex, you fucking idiot! Why would you create a second good guy Bandicoot? I mean, Jesus Christ! Just look at what happened last time you did this! Cortex, you're supposed to be an evil genius. Now, I'm no fucking expert, but my understanding of a genius is that someone who has an extremely high IQ or some shit like that. Cortex, you want to take over the world, and yet you go ahead and create another Bandicoot who is built like a brick shithouse, and you're like, fuck it, just make him good and you do some mind control and, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, it's not like he's gonna fucking escape and run off and cause havoc and, oh dear God, I've made a horrible mistake. To me, this ending just seems like it was just thrown there at last minute. It just seems rushed. Maybe it's just me, but I never felt like, oh, maybe Crunch is actually a good guy. Maybe he's being mind controlled. Maybe he's actually a good guy. No, I was led to believe that Crunch was an evil Bandicoot out to tear my asshole in two.
You cannot do this, Kratos!
Okay, I'll admit, I might have bashed this game a bit too much in an earlier video, but I still stand by the fact that I personally do not like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Blue and Red Rescue Team. Yes, I will admit, the ending, it does set itself up for a really sad ending. God of War is telling you that once you save the world, you will leave the world of Pokemon and return to the human world, which does mean that, yeah, your best friend, you'll never see him again and all your other friends will be left behind. Boo-hoo. But the fight must go on, so you set yourself up for one last final battle. You take on Rayquaza, and in an epic feat, he destroys the meteor with his Hyper Beam at near point blank, and there's a huge explosion and you get fucked up pretty badly. Anyways, you return to your friend, but then you start fading. You fade away and it's all pretty sad. But as you're flying through the sky as just a bit of light, you then return to your friend, and this really irks me. For an ending, it just kind of comes off as, oh no, we have to have a happy ending. I mean, dude, this is Pokemon, we have to have everything just has to work out perfectly. And I don't like it. Now, I will admit the game is pretty addictive and you can blow away a few hours crawling through dungeons and shit like that. Now, we can go back and forth as to what makes a good Pokemon ending and what makes a bad one. But all I'll say is that I don't love this one, but I don't hate it. I've seen better endings, and yes, there will be worser endings down the line.
You cannot do this, Kratos!
Okay, now, this is a little bit unexcusable. Why the fuck do I never talk about Ratchet and Clank in my videos? I fucking love these games, but I can't ignore the fact that Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty is a crappy Ratchet and Clank game. Okay, so I found this game by luck, and I thought, holy shit, a new Ratchet and Clank game. I took it home, and I beat it within a few hours. What a fucking letdown. Okay, it's fun enough to play, but it feels like it should have maybe been either DLC or something. There are no new weapons, it doesn't advance the story in any way, and the final boss battle is okay, but it's nothing impressive. Hell, the ending, if anything, is a spoiler for Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time, because all it does is reveal that, yeah, Clank's okay, there's Zonia with him, but then who's this mysterious figure who's going to fix Clank? Oh, it's Dr. Nefarious. That means that, oh, Dr. Nefarious is going to be the boss of the next game. He's returning. It's a massive fucking spoiler, if anything. This game is a fucking waste of time. I want my money back.
You cannot do this, Kratos!
It isn't one of ours. Take it out.
This is Spartan 117.
Can anyone hear me? Over.
Isolate that signal. Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship?
Sir, finishing this fight.
Okay, so height-wise it's about, yeah. Coming out of the wall, it's only a few good, strong, solid timber. Yeah, this should do.
You cannot do this, Kratos!
So, I love X-Blades so much, for many reasons. I love the fact that you use two awesome machine gun blades, the fast-paced kick-ass combat system, the huge amount of magic attacks, and... yeah... no. Okay, so there are a number of flaws with this game, but one of them by far is definitely the ending. I guess, when in doubt, make two shitty endings. I mean, a good ending and a bad ending. Okay, at the start of the game, your character, Ayumi, basically says, I'm a lone wolf, I don't need anyone, I'm a fucking bitch. Then you meet some random blue-haired guy who happened to be walking by, and then he ended up saving your life. And you don't even properly even talk to this guy. You barely share a sentence with him, and then that automatically means that you love him? Because later, in the bad ending, you end up killing him and then you end up crying over him. Which is kind of interesting because, as I just said, you're a lone wolf kind of character who doesn't need anyone, and all of a sudden you're crying over this random guy who you don't even fucking know? You don't even know his fucking name? It's just so funny to watch Ayumi do a complete 360 on her personality. Oh, and it gets even better because in the good ending makes so much more sense, obviously, because there's a big light, there's a big flash, and then all of a sudden you're there with him on the beach. There's absolutely no dialogue, nothing is said, there's no narrative, you have no idea what the fuck is even going on, and it just ends. I mean, this is it. I mean, I'm actually, like, as I'm recording this, I'm showing you the good ending. What you're seeing right now is actually what happens. I'm not cutting any of that out. Also, the final boss is fucking piss easy. You hit him with your light attack, go into the options menu, buy more rage, have max rage, and then use your light attack. Spam him because he can't, once he gets hit with a light attack, he gets dazed, he gets stunned a little bit, and he takes quite a bit of damage. So, literally, there is nothing to this final boss, and this fucking ending is shit. This ending, it's like, oh, they get together, and it's a happy ending. Ta-da! What a load of bollocks!
You cannot do this, Kratos!
One thing in games that usually worries me is when a game has loads of endings, because to me, it just means that the creators just couldn't decide on what they wanted to do with their game, and they just made something and threw it out there, just hoping to get like a good response. I mean, what? No, not this game. This game. Star Fox Command. Okay, I'll admit, it's fun at first. I mean, I'm in the R-Wing, I'm shooting down baddies, fuck yeah. But fucking Christ, this game is frustrating. Remember playing Star Fox with a joystick on the Nintendo 64? Now imagine the joystick is in no way attached to the controller and is a pen. Who the fuck drives a spaceship with a pen? Anyways, this game has a total of 9 different fucking endings, ranging from Starwolf saving the universe, Crystal rejoining Fox, then leaving Fox for Wolf, Slot, to Fox and Falco re-engineering their R-Wings into racing vehicles. Wait, I just said that. Yes, that actually fucking happens. Anyone who has played the final level knows how bullshit the last few fights are. They are skilled ass pilots, one-on-one fights. Now, that's okay. I mean, yes, it's really hard to shoot them with someone like Slippy because he uses like plasma shots, so he doesn't have a lock on. But what really makes this game fucking difficult is the goddamn time limit. You get a certain time limit, and that's your time limit for the entire match. If you get like 2 minutes total, and you end up wasting 1.5 minutes fighting one of the enemies, that means you only get like 30 seconds to fight the next guy. So yeah, you get fucked in the ass really hard with this last level. Essentially, there's little to no build up with this final boss. I mean, it's just a case of, oh yeah, there's readings that on Venom there's a bad guy and potentially he could be really dangerous, so you should go get him because bad things will happen. I mean, with Star Fox 64, at least there was some incentive. Andros was a huge threat. He captured Fox's dad and was an actual threat to the universe. He had huge forces to do damage with. And this guy, this fish dude, I mean, who the fuck is even this guy? Who the fuck cares? These endings are just, they're just all over the place and it's weird.
Zeus, your son has returned! I bring the destruction of Olympus!
Do any of you remember that fun, awesome Rugrats game for the PlayStation 1? Remember how it started off about just collecting jigsaw pieces and it turned into an awesome game? I don't know, you just basically play mini games, and at the end of it all, you got to go around the city and just wreck shit as Reptar. I mean, that was fucking cool. Now, the controls were a little bit stiff, yeah, but it barely affected the gameplay. Now, remember this fucker? Now, I'm no programmer. I've done basic coding at best, but I believe, and I'm not the only one who believes this, the controls are fucked in this game. Not even going to mention the annoyance of playing every single game twice to get the stupid golden tickets to fight a shitty boss fight with broken controls. You heard me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just crazy, but it feels like RoboSnail moves faster than you. And doesn't that just sound pleasant? Fighting a boss who has the exact same attacks as you, except he's faster. Also, wasn't it kind of interesting how in the rest of the games there was like a practice level to learn the controls, and then with the final boss, who is actually probably the only boss? Yo, here's a picture of the controls. This is how you do everything. Go nuts. Basically, this game puts you in the fucking corner and beats your ass. You have to learn and get used to the controls of a completely new character, while the opponent, you know, the boss, who is programmed to wreck your shit and tear you a new asshole. This is a major problem. You shouldn't have to fight the boss and get killed over and over and over again just because you're busy trying to figure out and learn these new fucking controls. Also, what is the incentive? What's the big fucking reward waiting for you? What's in that pot of gold at the end of the finish line? You get to be greeted by none other than a fucking piece of cardboard cutout of the princess or whatever, and then you are bedazzled by none other than text. Boring old, plain old text. Congratulations, you suck shit, fuck you, here's the ending, go play it on another difficulty. That's basically what I might as well say. Okay, let's do a quick check on the list, just to make sure we have everything here. Shitty boss fight, check. Bad controls, check. Poor ending, check. I'm Diz-vii. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.